Hi everyone, it's Atalanta here, and here's another episode of Everyday Witchcraft. Now, this is a special episode that I was on the road when I recorded it, so it's going to be a little bit different. Anyway, let's say hello to Kelly Lynn, the Boho Witch.
This is Kelly. Kelly, how are you?
Hi, I am wonderful. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you for being here. So, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself, your background?
Sure thing. My name is Kelly, Kelly Lynn, the Boho Witch, and I am in North Tennessee, North Nashville, and I have been doing my spiritual journey for some time now. I focus on your spiritual healing and spiritual traumas with ancestry work and connecting with your home and hearth because I'm a spiritual mama bear. So being a spiritual mama bear, I come from New Orleans, and my mom was a lot of the same way, and I have a lot of culture and a lot of things that I grew up being from there. And then moving here to Tennessee, I flip-flopped from some different spiritual backgrounds. Christianity, I come from a place where my mom was Catholic, but she also practiced spirituality. So I was trying to figure out really who I was and trying to recreate my foundation and figure myself out. So as I went through that process, it began with healing myself and really letting go of trying to put myself in a box and a book. Because there's a lot of this, and, if that makes sense. So just sort of kind of threw away the book and said I don't like boxes, and in my spiritual journey just learned through my own healing process going through those things. Began studying, researching, mentoring with many different individuals within the community in the Tennessee and Kentucky area, virtually and in person. And that's really where my foundation began as far as cultivating that.
Perfect.
Hi guys, my name is Kelly, or Kelly Lynn, the Boho Witch, and I do ancestry work and spiritual work, and I'm a mama bear who works with her ancestors. So I'm actually going to show you some ways to know how to discern when you're speaking with your ancestors, your spirit guides, and your angels and things like that. So today I actually have my cowrie shells out from my bone kit, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to clean them and cleanse them, how to open that up, and then also how to close that when you're done. And I may also incorporate a card pool, and I typically write things down, like all of these answers in my ancestry journal to know how I'm communicating with them. So this is what I'm doing today. This is my cedar spray, and when I do cleanse with my bones, I do from left to right to open and to bring things in, and then when I'm closing at the very end and I'm done with my work and I'm closing everything out, I spray from right to left to close that door back. So I'm opening the door and closing the door. Alright, so I'll show you that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do this today. I'm going to blow on them just to make sure that energy is cleansed. Alright, so today we're going to ask a question about, there was some synchronicities and some readings and some things that needed to be done today, and there was one specifically to where there was some answers that needed to be done, and I definitely felt like it was my ancestors guiding me. So I wanted to go ahead and ask my cowries for confirmation. Alright, so I went ahead and did 4 cowrie shells, and I have 3 down, which means no, and then 1 up, which would be a yes. So when your cowries are down, that's confirmation of no. When your cowries are up, that's confirmation of yes. But with 3 down, it says no. So let's see if it's the person I read for, if it was their ancestor speaking. Alright, so I got the same answer there. So what I would do is I would do 1 more throw just for confirmation, because after 3 it's a little redundant and you want to make sure that you have that confirmation. All right. All right, so 3 down, 1 up. So it wasn't my ancestors or her ancestors. So let's see if this was a reading that came from Spirit Guide. Always knock 3 times, you know, that old song, knock 3 times on the ceiling. Y'all are getting singing in this, so, you know, I'm a little cheese ball. All right. All right, so this was from her spirit guides and not my ancestors or hers. So I definitely felt a pull forward, which normally for me would make me feel like it was ancestry. I typically either feel like I'm moving forward into that, or I feel it like behind me, like my ancestors are sailing behind me. So it's either a draw or a pull. With this, it was spirit guides for her. So it says, yes, this is confirmation from her spirit guides and to heed your dreams. So this is something that she's gotten messages on before and she actually knew previously. And she has had dreams and confirmations on, you know, what this reading pertained to. So that's how you would check with getting the confirmations from your ancestors or your spirit guides, or sometimes your angels. But that's it for today. That gives you a breakdown of how to communicate. You could write those answers in your journal, and then you would clear it out. Just remember, when you're done with your bone throwing or your reading, you would go from B to close things out. The, you know, Mr. Miyagi, wax on, wax off. So you release the energy, and that's no longer what you're reading on. All right, well, that's it for today. Thank you so much. Hi guys, welcome to another section of going through some things with the Boho Witch. Apparently we have a guest here today. This is Psycho, my Siamese. She's also my familiar, and she is here helping me introduce you to all of these wonderful books. She decided to make herself known, guys. This is Psycho's debut. Alright, so some really great books that I could go over with you guys. There's some really good starter books. So when I first started, these are some great books that I read and I did a lot of work with. And I'm going to go over some that are some beginner books that may help you within building your witchcraft and your spiritual journey and figuring out information, which is fun. So with your spiritual books, the first ones that I'm going to suggest, this first one is the Crystal Bible. That's actually a 3-part section by Judy Hall. She has an immense book on information about synchronicities, how it helps you, what's its metaphysical, spiritual properties, all of those things here. It's a great first book to help you with learning crystals and learning how to dive into that and connect with them. We can go over crystal grids another time. This next one, which we will be going over herbs and things like that today. This book I absolutely love. This is my go-to, and I actually keep in my herb cabinet all the time. Is the Encyclopedia for Magical Herbs by Scott Cunningham. And the reason why I really like that is because it goes over all the information. It goes through what astrology sign it is under. It goes through the magical properties. It also goes through the healing properties. So if there's some things that you're struggling with, like a runny nose or sinuses, or if you're wanting to make a salve, it's a really great way to learn what's safe and what's not safe, and like that beginning aspect. This third book is what I suggest anyone who does readings with me. I definitely go over doing the work, understanding your energy, shielding, providing protection for yourself, and learning how to ground. A big part of that is understanding. So many people want to know about empathy and understanding the emotions of others, identifying the emotions of themselves, and discerning between different clairvoyances. And we can go in a spiral for that. But this is a really great first book to explain your feelings, how you feel with others, how to spiritually take care of yourself and take care of that like spiritual maintenance to where you can do a check-in with yourself and make sure that you're okay and live your day-to-day. Now, some things that I'm currently working on. Oh, I have one more. Psycho, if you would like to introduce this book. This is The House Witch. I really like this book because it was one of the first books that I got for connecting with my home and hearth. There's a ton of books by Anne Franklin. She has Hearth Witch books for the year. I don't have any of the copies because I have lent them out like 4 times. She's a fantastic writer for anyone who wants to do witchcraft or spiritualism within your home for your hearth. So with this, it has different spells, different things, teaching you about how to protect your home, how to do things simplistically with your plants, your herbs, things like that, as a way to boost the magic every day in your home. So there's that book I'm studying extensively is through these 3 books here, which is the communication with the ancestors. What this does is, I really love this book. This is probably, I'd say out of the 3, my favorite. And it goes over ancestry, spirit guides, connecting with past life, spirit guides, and all of those things. I really suggest this book for anyone who's a beginner or who has been working on ancestry for a while. This is always a good book to read. And if you've been working on it for quite some time, always reread it because there's always something new that you can pick out of this book that your ancestors will show you that can help you with the growth of that relationship and connecting with them. This is also a really good book. This helps you with healing those generational pieces with your ancestors, heal your ancestors to heal your life, but it helps you heal yourself through the ancestry connections that you've had and release negative ties with like other, when you're dealing with like your ancestors and you're trying to work with your venerated ancestors, and if you have trauma triggers with ancestors, this helps you deal and release with those things, and also like past life regression, past life regression, and some of those different things, those karmic ties, those ancestral pieces. This is a book that will help you with that. Hi guys, so I'm going to welcome you to a classic Mama Bear's little herb shelf. So if you're a Mama Bear on the go, sometimes we have little jars, spaghetti jars, we have jars from the Dollar Tree, we have jars that we've collected. Every witch has many, many jars, and I'm definitely not to the exception of that. So here I have many of my herbs. So just to show you some of the common things that you have, and you don't have to have these things because all of the magic that you have is within you. These help you when you are doing like herbs, teas, tinctures, things like that. It also can help with your spell work, or my biggest thing is like home protection, taking care of the magic in my home, making sure that my family and my hearth is taken care of. That way they are always nourished, and then the magic that is filled here is so peaceful, and they have a place to be themselves and to feel heard, and they always know Mama has something to take care of them. So I will show you these herbs. Let's get to it. So the first thing that I have here is cinnamon sticks. So cinnamon sticks are really, really great. So these are your cinnamon sticks here, and this is my little jar. It's just a jar from Dollar Tree. Mama, you know, jars on a budget. So with cinnamon sticks, they can help you with abundance. They can help you with many different things. Cinnamon sticks also can quicken intentions. You can use them to stir your coffee or your tea. Cinnamon sticks, you could use cinnamon chips, cinnamon powder, those things. Everybody does that, like cinnamon blow at the first of the month. I got this from a little friend that I know locally. We put our pennies in a jar with some full moon water, and then I get a cinnamon stick for each member of my family, and I put it in there, and every Thursday I change out my abundance jar that actually lives on the top of my refrigerator. And I shake the change and I shake the cinnamon sticks. And I give it a good manifestation little shake, and then it helps with those things. But that's just not for money. That's abundance of like understanding themselves, for them to find new things, for them to have new opportunities, for them to have an abundance of whatever they need. Not too much, not too little, just enough. Just like, the three little bears, because I'm a mama bear, y'all. So this next piece, let's see, the thing that I grabbed here is rose petals. So rose petals can help with, sweetening, connection to Aphrodite, connection to self-love, definitely some self-care. Rose petals are fantastic as offerings to your ancestors to sweeten that relationship and that budding relationship that you have if you have fresh ones. Or if you use them and you dry them, they could be used as an offering as like potpourri, or as a way to signify when rose petals dry, you can actually crumple them up and release things, because it is like coming to the end of the season and you're manifesting and you're letting go of old loves. You're letting go of like so many different things as far as, yep, my brain went, sometimes it does that, y'all. The next thing that I have, let's see, cinnamon chips. We already went over cinnamon. Lavender. Lavender is very good for relaxation, calming, bathing. You could use it in many different things. I love to put lavender in my simmer pots because I love the smell of lavender. I put them in like a little mesh bag that I have here, and I put them under like pillowcases and different places where that calming lavender energy can help within my home, especially when you have teenagers. And so the next piece here is, let's see, hibiscus. Hibiscus can be used with, hibiscus can be given as a offering to your ancestors as well, especially those that have recently passed. You can leave coins and different things for your ancestors, walking across the gates and traversing across the veil. If any of you have done graveyard work or different things like that with ancestry, then you know what I'm talking about. But hibiscus is a great thing that you can put in teas and simmer pots and different things like that, and it can help with, that connection to ancestors as well. Another thing that we have here, let's see, calendula. That is one of my favorites. Alright, so calendula is something that helps heighten your vibrations. It is fantastic for giving you the energy of the sunflower, which I'm a walking sunflower. And with this, it has that vibrant color. It has the ability, you can put it in teas, you can put it in baths. It helps with manifestation and those things. Now with protection, we also have cloves and clover, and we have some mimosa. We have a couple of different things for protection, but I just wanted to go over some quick herbs if y'all have any questions. Next time we talk about protection, we could definitely talk about some cayenne pepper. That is the basis of any protection. It's my favorite. A lot of people do, different types of protection. I prefer it spicy. So if y'all have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks for having me. And that's about it. Alright, so after we've gone through the ancestry books, this is actually some products that I have worked with and made myself to help me connect with my ancestors and to help like my clients work with them. So I have these ancestry candles here that have different herbs and different crystals, as well as the little skull baby there, as well as oils in its dress, to help you connect with your ancestor and walk across the veil to work with them and get confirmations, communication, and build that relationship with them. I also have different spiritual sprays and ancestral spray that has herbs, oils, and intention to help you with working with your ancestors, as well as herbs, which are all correspondence that work with your ancestors as well, that I sell or I help with meditations and readings that I do. So that is my little bit about ancestry. Thank you so much for coming in to the Boho Witch's home, and it was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
How do we get in touch with you if we want to purchase some of your items? How would we find you?
Yes, so you can actually look for me on Instagram and Facebook under Kelly Lynn, the Boho Witch. I actually work in a shop, Valhalla's Gate. That is a spiritual shop that my products are in. So you can also reach there and see if I have any of those products ready, and I'd be more than happy to go ahead and ship them out.
Okay, and where's Valhalla's Gate? How do we get in touch with Valhalla's Gate?
So that's actually, they have their own website as well, and that's in North Clarksville, Tennessee. That's where I'm located, and I do festivals in Kentucky and Tennessee, but I work at the shop, and it is an awesome metaphysical shop in Clarksville.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Kelly.
So grateful for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Hey, Kelly, I have one more thing for you.
Awesome.
Okay, so I have a game.
What are we doing?
Okay, so it's called Which Witch is Which.
Okay.
You up for it?
Yes.
Okay, so I have quotes and little things from different shows and movies that are witchy related.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see how good you are. Let's just see how good you are. I'm going to give you the names of the shows that you can choose from.
Okay.
Okay, we've got Charmed.
Okay.
We have Hocus Pocus. We have The Craft, and we have Bewitched.
Okay, I pick Hocus Pocus.
You pick Hocus. Well, you can't pick it yet.
Okay. Okay, not Charmed.
No, you can't pick
none
it.
of them?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll do the quote, and then you get to pick.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Like a buzzer. Like I can do a buzzer.
You can do a buzzer,
Yes.
and I'm going to do the timer. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, so, all right, the first quote is, vanquishing demons is not a sport, Piper.
Charmed.
See, I didn't even get to do the ding, ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding. You got it. You got it. Okay, so, number 2. A witch who is on the wagon is no match for an elf who is on the warpath. Ooh.
Charmed.
Ding, ding, ding. Bah.
What? Wait, no.
It's Endora,
What?
Bewitched.
Oh, dang. Bewitched is the only one that may get me, man.
Okay. Who is the queen of the witches?
Who is the queen of the witches?
Mhm.
Stevie Nicks. Duh. She's the white witch.
Okay, but this is on movies.
Witches? Oh, the movies?
And the shows.
Out of those shows, the queen of the witches is...
Ding, ding, ding,
Oh,
ding,
shoot.
ding, ding,
I didn't
ding,
cuss.
ding, ding, ding. Oh, 3 seconds. Ding, ding, ding.
Hocus Pocus.
No.
Everything's Hocus Pocus.
It's Samantha from Bewitched.
Oh.
That's going to kill you, huh?
That's going to get me.
Okay. All right. Number 4. Okay, this is a quote. Well, understand this. Whatever you send out, you get back 3 times.
Craft.
Yeah, you got it.
Yes.
The craft. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, so you've got 2 so far. So you remember that.
Okay.
You've got 2 so far. Okay, the next one. Phoebe, if you love me, you will send this crate. Do you know who said it? Do you know who said it? Do you know who said it?
Piper.
Piper. Yep, very good. Okay, the next one. I smell a child.
Oh, Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, next one. Sisters.
Oh, that's Hocus Pocus, and that is Mary, Sarah. Oh,
Ding,
Winifred.
ding, ding. Yep.
Winifred.
Ding, ding,
Yes.
ding, ding, ding. You got it. You got it. Okay, next one. You've got 4 more. You're doing really well. You've only missed 2. So, okay. Calling the 4 elements and casting a circle.
The Craft.
The Craft.
Yes.
Ding, 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 ding. Very good. Very good. Okay, the next one. Uncle Arthur.
Uncle Arthur?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Ding,
why, but I went
ding,
Sabrina,
ding,
but that's
ding,
not an option.
ding,
Uncle
ding,
Arthur.
ding. You were close. Ding, ding, ding.
Bewitched?
Very good. Ding, 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 ding.
I guessed.
You got it. You got it. Okay, so we've got 2 more left. This is a quote. We are the weirdos, mister.
Oh, The Craft.
Ding, 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 ding. See, you're better than you thought. Okay, last one. This is it. This is for the win.
Okay.
Okay. Darren is a marvelous human being.
Darren. Wait, that is Bewitched because that's her husband.
That's her husband.
Yes.
Very good. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, so
I
you
knew one
got
thing.
8 of them out of 10.
Yes.
Very good. You win.
Witchy woo.
Thank you for playing.
Thank you.
That concludes our episode for Everyday Witchcraft. I just want to thank all of you for tuning in and also thank Kelly Lynn, the Boho Witch, for being our special guest tonight. I will see you in 2 weeks. Blessed be.